So today I did a little bike ride in the morning and came across some graffiti. Not always a good idea to read graffiti, but this time it was just right out, jumped right at me. And it said as follows: sometimes you need to break something big in order to fix something bigger. And as I understood it, it's referring to a justification for the civil unrest, for the rioting, for the demolition, for the looting, for the destruction that we're seeing taking place in major cities, and for a higher ideal. You got to break what exists because you want a much greater reality. You want, you're campaigning for social justice and so on and so forth. How does that fit in Judaism, and how does that fit in Mashiach thinking? On the one hand, it's consistent. So says in the Masechta Soita. The Gemara says how in the end of days there's going to be a very big breakdown in society, morally and ethically and so on and so forth. And the Maral explains in Masechta Soita all the simanim right before Mashiach. The Maral explains that that's because when you want to create a Havaya Chadash, a new existence, the old existence has to decompose like a seed decomposes first, and then you can get to the new plant. That's one way of looking at it, but I think there's something deeper and even more important, and that is that the concept of destroying for the sake of constructing something better is at the very fundamental of creation and of existence. It's the concept of toyu and tikkun. Toyu is a force of destruction, of chaos that comes before, precedes the world of tikkun, the world of construction. We find when Hashem created the world, He created worlds and He destroyed them. The sake of the destruction was Seiser Amanas Livnois, destroying for the sake of building. It repeats itself this method of destroying for the sake of building repeats itself many times in history. You have the general denigration of mankind until Avram Avinu. Avram Avinu is building up until the giving of the Torah, until it reaches its peak by the first base of English. Then it's destroyed. Galus comes, and a power of Tohu. You rebuild the second base of English. That's destroyed as well. Again, the powers of Tohu in full force. The long exile. Finally, it's going to conclude the ultimate tikkun of Mashiach. So, where do we stand now in history? The way Chazal see it in its general framework, they say this: 2,000 years of Tohu, 2,000 years of Torah that fixes Tohu. Finally, 2,000 years when we start revealing the progress of tikkun, and which includes Yemoi Mashiach, which is the ultimate tikkun. Today, we're already at the very end of the process of tikkun, when tikkun has to be completely revealed already. That means, as the Rebbe taught us, the coming of Mashiach should not be through human efforts of destruction, but the human's effort of enlightenment and elevation. We don't have to destroy the world we're in order to herald in the world of Mashiach. We should just step up, lift ourselves up higher. And that's why what is going on is perhaps the right idea, but at the wrong time. It would be similar to a building that once had bulldozers come and knock down the old construction and build this magnificent, beautiful hotel or palace. And then it's, as it's ready to be revealed to everybody because it has these curtains that are covering this magnificent structure, and as it's coming the day to lift up, to reveal and display this awesome construction, the bulldozers come moving in again because they want to destroy again, because they're still thinking in the mindset of tohu, which means to seiser, to destroy for the sake of building. It is the right place, but the wrong time to do that. Now is not the time for that destruction. So we need to align ourselves with the forces of tikkun and not with the first forces of tohu. And hopefully those that are still operating in the mindset of tohu will realize that the time has come for tohu to give away for tikkun.